Once again, family, yes, before the interruption, which I apologize for, but I had to take the call. But however, back to the title of this video, dealing with my, disgustedness with, people of soul. And of course, once again, I'm your soul brother Talib from the platform of Reality Temple on Earth, aka Operation Exodus, Mississippi, with our number one soul brother Angel Snup 7, who's the key host of that platform. However, I would like to just address a few things this evening before I call in for the rest of the night. However, and as I said before the interruption, that I would like to give shout outs to our sister Noble Levine and keep supporting that sister as far as her book called God is on Trial. And also our other sister that's on the platform with us now, I think her name is Tangi. But once again, if I mispronounced your name, sister, uh, I respectfully apologize. And but however, yes, shout outs once again to the soul sister, and also, shout outs also to our number one soul brother, of course, Angel Snup 7. Now, as I get into the video, I like to talk about my disgustedness with black people. First of all, as y'all know, I am on a sabbatical right now, but rarely do I make any videos at this point in time. And my sabbatical is still until indefinite, but like I've always told y'all might see me pop up with a video, on my channel called Eric Bell. And of course, y'all will also see me on a platform on a live stream with our number one soul brother, Angel Snup 7, and our rest of our platform who I just mentioned. And but that's on a rare basis at this point because I've been so disgusted for the longest with black people. I mean, what y'all see going on in this pandemic, and it makes me go back in history even before my time, even to look at times like the civil rights movement of the 1950s and 60s and the Jim Crow era and segregation and all that, and during those years in the early 20th century and before then when black people were being lynched historically on an often basis, of course, which is not like it's still not going on, of course, but historically, as I'm speaking of, and all that other stuff, and even going way back to chattel slavery, it makes me wonder if black people actually had this exact same mentality. Well, I guess that question is answered anyway. I just answered that question just by saying that. Because obviously, it is the way that their mentality has always been, to just sit back and do nothing and just, exist, you know, like the Walking Dead, just exist. We just here. We create no laws like someone say where the racists even have to respect. We have no kind of power in this country whatsoever. And we got all these so-called black politicians and so-called black judges, attorney generals, prosecutors, and lawyers, and all this stuff, and we still don't control nothing, even according to those positional descriptions. We even had a black president, of course, who really didn't have no power. And I mean, it's like, we still find ourselves in a rut, especially being at the lowest bottom of the totem pole here in America. And yet, we're going now through this pandemic in the year of 2020, we're probably being under the worstest president ever in the history of the United States, named Donald J. Trump, who may even try to take this country under dictatorship, because he's already saying he's not going to, give over power if he loses the election. He's not going to even, secede to losing. So, we are in a situation right now, even to the point where even everybody else can see this, but obviously black people, And, I mean, I'm just looking around me, even in my closest surroundings, and just in general, all over, broadly across the board, throughout this country, and, with all the police killings of black people going on, and with the injustices, just like with this recent Breonna Taylor situation in Kentucky, it's like, we still don't get it, as far as people with soul are concerned. We still don't get it. We amongst the people that hate us, I mean, and yet we still don't take this situation serious at all that we're in and that we are under, and it's like we're steadily just blind, just walking around like the dead with tunnel vision, like you just can't see no light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, and I'm like, this brings me back also to what I said in another recent video I made. Like brother said, I think his name's Prophet of Truth, said in one of his videos, whatever these Negroes get coming to them, they deserve it. That's all I could just say, basically myself. I mean, however many of us they kill off or genocidally, exterminate, however you want to put it, I mean, a lot of us is just better off headed in that direction. I mean, I just have to say that because we don't have no purpose, we don't have no love, no unity, no concern, no type of togetherness with each other. We don't have no respect for each other. We don't have no respect for our women. We don't even care about our babies, and many of us, out here having these children, especially illegitimately, and we just throw them off to the wolves, after we done brought them into this crazy world, especially into this society where we are living amongst, racists, like I say, that control everything in this sphere, and, we just bring these children into the world and just leave them at the mercy of the enemy. Just like what happened to us, when our parents brought us into this world when their parents brought them into this world when their parents brought them into this world, you know. So it's just still a generational pandemic going on with this constantly, you know, and it's like the question is the only way is that it may end is it's going to have to probably end through exterminating us, you know, because most of us, you know, we don't have no you know, signs of even trying to come together or mobilize ourselves together, you know. And this is one reason why the Mississippi campaign is so important that, you know, we keep bringing to you from the Operation Exodus Mississippi platform, you know. But many of you, you know, turn a blind eye to it and it just simply fall on deaf ears, you know. But keep on turning a blind eye. And like me and the brother been warning y'all for the longest, you know, we gon' see a similar fate like the Jews in Nazi Germany did. I mean, look at what kind of time we're living in right now. Like I said, we faced with a possible situation of being up under a show enough dictatorship, you know, with the type of president we got in the White House. I mean, you know, so I mean, this is just the reality, you know, and even to the point where you even got Caucasians who's openly speaking out on this throughout social media, you know, and I don't hear nobody in the pro-black conscious community at all saying nothing too much about this. Not at all. I don't care if you the Nation of Islam, the Moorish Science Temple, the Nubian Nation, the Comedics, the Hebrew Israelites. I don't hear none of y'all voicing no real, true, alarming concern to the masses of our people about this in social media, other than, you know, mixing, and if you are speaking about it, you mixing it up with all this religious rhetoric, which ain't did us no good, period. You know, in our 400 years of existence of being in a slave-like condition, you know, and but other than that, y'all really ain't really even bringing this to our people's awareness, you know, while y'all busy, you know, debating each other over frivolous stuff that really is irrelevant, that don't matter, you know, to our current plight today as a people in this country, you know. And I mean, it's just to the point right now where, you know, this is why I'm disgusted, you know. And like I said before, you know, I have no qualms of saying what I just said before, that if many of us do keep getting, you know, destroyed by the enemy, then so be it. However it got to happen, you know. Because most of us ain't no good to ourselves, let alone anybody else, you know. We, like I say, you know, and most of us are having these illegitimate children like our good soul sisters Noble Levine always talks about sometimes, you know, in videos I see her in, you know, on her channel, you know. I mean, where it's like, you know, and it's just crazy. It really is crazy, you know. We have these illegitimate children and we don't care nothing about them, you know, and just bring them just to be into the world, just to be slaughtered, when you might as well to just left them to be unborn, you know. But I mean, you know, of course, many of you don't know how to control your dingalings, as someone would say, or your vaginas, as someone would say, you know, so you do what you do, you know. But I mean, hey, the situation of the matter is that We bringing too many our people are bringing too many illegitimate children in this world. You know, generational, destruction. Soon as they come out the womb, because we have no way of protecting them. Just like Breonna Taylor's family said after the decision came down that no cops would be charged for her murder. Of course, that did murder her, but they are not being charged. And like her family members said, we ain't safe. No, we ain't never safe, and that's true because we don't have no protection for ourselves, our people. We don't know how to unite and mobilize to surround ourselves with the protection that we need against this onslaught of racism against us as a people. You know, because we busy killing each other first of all, foremost, and we busy doing all this other, irrelevant stuff, that's still keeping us, in the same position that we've always been in, far as our slave-like condition. So this is why I've even resigned to the fact, like someone say, what can you expect from a slave other than that? As being a slave, because that's what slaves do, And see, the thing about it is that, I honestly must say that, hey, the only thing I could do is just try to, because I ain't got no control of the situation. The world is bigger than me. Only thing I could do is push a suggestion, or push a proposal like me and Brother Angel Snup 7 did with the Mississippi campaign, which of course is still on the table. But I mean, that's all I could do and just live my life. I can't do no more than that, but just live my life and do what I need to do, to sustain my own life itself, because at the end of the day, it's like every man for himself, like someone will always say, No one, I mean, we are the only people in this country as a group of people, far as dark-skinned people with soul, that don't have no type of protection around us. And I keep hearing people talking about this thing with the race war. We ain't prepared for nothing like that massively as a people. Now, it may be some black people that are mobilizing and gathering, but here and there in little bits and in pieces of different geographical areas around the country or in different groups, but that's not enough. We have to have something solid that will eventually bring us together as a whole, and that's what's needed, throughout this country, even in places where it's not that many black people, where there are black people living in this country, in pockets where they are definitely the minority, and also as well as places where there are a large concentration of black people in America. But our people all over this country, no matter where we are, we need to be surrounded with protection because we're in that time right now. Of course, we know the police ain't on our side. We could see that, We're on our own, basically. And this guy that's in the White House, he done unveiled the curtains to make sure that's known, even though it was already there before he became president, of course. But when he unveiled them curtains, that should have been a minute right there that black people should have took heed notice, but we so divided, on all different levels, in all different forefronts, and scattered, and to the point where we just open targets. It's all open season on us as far as being targets, as we can see. You know, once again, and what happened the other day when they did not charge them cops for that sister's murder in Louisville, Kentucky, is a once again another clear indicator of that. We're just open season targets. People, wake up, people of soul. You know, we're open season targets. You know, don't nobody, we don't have no like I said, we don't have no kind of protection, you know? And we're so much against each other. I mean, and this is what even gives people even more justification to unleash all kind of assaults on us, you know, as being open targets because of our divisive disunity among ourselves. So this is what we were being warned about for years, and now you can see what's happening. For those of you that at least have your eyes halfway open, this is what's happening. And so I mean, like I said before, hey, we could we could keep on complaining and talking about, and for that light that y'all see, that's coming from my computer, which is being charged up right now. But anyway, like I said before, yeah, I mean that's just hey, I mean it's just y'all need to just understand that you know, we are in a situation right now, that we need to just wake up. We need to wake up and stop playing games. We need to wake up and stop playing games with each other. We need to wake up and stop playing games. We need to stop, being so disunited among ourselves and start coming together. I mean, of course, we all ain't gonna get along just because we got the same dark skin color or whatever, black or brown. We ain't gonna always get along. We ain't gonna always agree on everything, of course. And we all ain't gonna like each other, of course. But we do have one common purpose, and that's because we are descendants of slaves born in this country. It's dark skinned people, that we have a obligation to unite. And let's come up with a solution, and which is called the Mississippi Campaign, where we could, get, take control of the politics of a state such as Mississippi, which that would be, somewhere where we could use as a safe haven to surround ourselves from the onslaught of the racism that we see throughout the rest of the nation, and where people, whether you from New York, Florida, California, can come to for refuge when you get tired, of dealing with this crazy racist that's always at our throats. So, I mean, and this is what me and the brother and, those on our platform has been trying to push, you know, and we've came to you with the basic ingredients of all of what this ideal can, help us achieve. If we just apply ourselves to it and stop, procrastinating, you know, and stuff like that. And let's get down to business. because as it stands right now, we have no plan other than to face the extermination that we're facing as a people in this country. And I don't want to, like I said, I'm not intending on staying on this video, you know, uh all night, because I have other things I need to do with the rest of my evening. But I just want to just make that point, that hey, it's either we do or we damn if we don't. Other than that, like Prophet Jones said, then we do deserve just to die off. And it's just that simple. And with that said, peace.